Three.
All right, we are here with Trace Tratanero, our Offensive Player of the Week, for what it was our first week of the season here. Trace, how do you think the attitude of the team was affected during the first 2 weeks when both games were forfeited, one on our end, one on the other end, due to COVID?
Well, I think our team took a hit from that, most definitely, because everybody was down. We couldn't play our first two games. That really hurts the morale of the team. But eventually we got through it. We came out of it full force, ready to go, ready to play some football.
So following up with that here, it wasn't just Staunton athletes that were affected by those first 2 weeks. We have, for the first year here, we are co-oping football with Bunker Hill. How has the co-op been going with Bunker Hill from the players' side?
I think it's amazing, honestly. A lot of talent. I've gotten really close to the Bunker Hill boys as well, a lot of friends from there. So it's very enjoyable for me, and I'm sure for other people too.
Yep, and as I'd like to add here, a lot of people were kind of shocked we dropped Monalla for Bunker Hill, but the Bunker Hill community and Staunton community have almost always played their JFL together. So, Drake Rose is your age. You guys have known him since 5th grade, so it was a smooth transition there. Following the Litchfield cancellation, a lot of heads were dropped there. You guys were excited to play, so we did that scrimmage game instead. Kind of brought back the Gatorade game, got stocked up on that. How was the atmosphere for that scrimmage game? Kind of the first game under a new head coach, first game of the delayed season. For you, how did it feel to get out there for the scrimmage game?
I think it felt great. Everybody was talking about it all day. Everybody was ready to play, ready to get in there, ready to hit each other, even their friends. It was kind of fun. I loved it a lot, honestly.
All right. So then, following that week, we play Greenville. Varsity kind of had the first game jitters. We played a very slow first half there. Monday, you guys had your first JV game. You actually started the game with about a 105-yard interception return, added 2 more touchdowns later, I believe 1 rushing, 1 receiving. And a little tidbit there, it was also your birthday.
Yep.
So Trace here, who wears number 3, scores 3 touchdowns, why he was named Offensive Player of the Week. Trace, how did it feel to get the first program win of the year there?
I was excited, and honestly, it got me ready to play more football, and I'm ready for the entire rest of the season now. Like, I want to go play some football. So
since the JV game, we have our week 2. Technically, everybody else is week 4 against Pana. A very athletic, a very talented group of Pana kids. The game obviously did not go our way. Moving forward here, we had a lot of discussions about attitude and energy following that game. How do you think the team is going to respond moving forward following 2 tough losses against 2 very talented SEC opponents?
Well, I think the first thing we got to do is get our mindset right, and we're working on it. We had a good practice yesterday. We're ready. I think we just got to get through it. We got to say, hey, we lost that week, but this week's different. So.
All right, I like to hear it. And then kind of another question I want to ask you here. Obviously being a coach, I know what the team goals are for the year. But as an individual here, what are some of the goals you set for yourself for this season?
Well, some goals I set is I want to have more football IQ. I want to be better at the sport in general, just normal things like that. I want to kind of restart the program, new head coach. I want to be the bar. I want to set the bar. I want our team to set the bar. So I think that should be my goal, and that should be the entire team's goal, honestly.
Okay, so then I'm going to end it here with we've played Greenville, we've played Pana. For the last, I'd say, probably 8 years, they have been consistently 2 of the top 4 teams in the conference. We happen to play Carlinville on their brand new turf field this week, and the next week for homecoming we get to host Vandalia, which finishes out our 4 weeks of the top 4 teams of the past 8 years in the South Central Conference. What are you looking forward to in both the Carlinville game and next week's Vandalia game at homecoming?
I'm looking forward to playing those teams, honestly, because like you said, it's the top 4 teams, and if you play a team that you're going to beat by 50 every game, you're not going to get any better. But if you're playing these teams like Pana and Carlinville and Vandalia, your team is consistently getting better and learning through those games. So that's what I'm excited for.
All right, and then we just want to mention that the football team is inviting former football players from Staunton. Doesn't matter what year you played, you are more than welcome to come out and get introduced at halftime, kind of like a legacy movement to honor those who have helped build this program to what it is. That would be including Offensive Player of the Week, Trace Tretnaro's dad, who was a former player here, so I like to hear it. Again, this is Trace Tretnaro, football's Offensive Player of the Week for week 1. Trace, thank you.
Thank you.